my name is Alexa Baca. I'm from Denver, Colorado, and I've been struggling with my alcoholism since I was about 16 years old. I started drinking with friends, partying on the weekends, started using other drugs along with drinking. And it just kind of progressively got worse over time. I remember once I got to college, my first year of college, it got to a point where I was drinking every single day, with also the use of other drugs. And I couldn't really get anything done. I had to drop out of school because alcohol was the most important thing in my life. Everyone around me could see that I was the person that probably shouldn't be drinking. But I didn't really care because as long as I could get my drink, I didn't really care what other people thought or who I had in my life, who I didn't have in my life. And if you tried to get in between me and my drinking, like, I would have an issue with you. So it got to a point where like I said, was drinking every single day, and I couldn't live without it. I couldn't socialize. If I didn't drink, my anxiety would be through the roof. I needed it to eat, sleep, breathe, talk, anything. And it just got to a point where I was miserable. I was having thoughts of just that I'd never had before. And I moved to Florida in September of 2021 to attend my first treatment center. And I was not serious. Went to a halfway house, was sober for 7 months, but I wasn't in recovery. So I eventually relapsed, as one does when they're not working a program. I ended up in and out of treatment centers I think I was in 3 treatment centers within the span of 4 months. And I just could not stop. I did not care if drinking made me homeless. I did not care if drinking made me lose everybody. The only thing that I wanted was that release that drinking gave me, and that's all I cared about for the longest time. And this last relapse is where it got to a point where I truly thought that I should probably stop, because every other time I was in treatment, it was just like, oh, I can't wait to drink again. The first day I would get out of treatment, it would be like, okay, liquor store. But this last time was pretty bad. I ended up homeless, but I was staying in a hotel for about 4 days. I ended up taking a Xanax bar with fentanyl in it, just drinking. And the lady that worked at the hotel, she came into the room, and I was passed out. She had to wake me up. I don't exactly remember what had happened. I know that the 5 days that I was in that hotel flew by like that. I don't remember a lot of the things that happened. And when she found me there, obviously she had to kick me out because there was just so much in there. And then my friend had my location, and my amazing friend ended up coming to pick me up, and she brought me to Evolutions. And that's just kind of where the gratitude clicked in, and just a whole mindset change, because I never want to wake up in a psych ward wondering how I got there again. I never want to wake up in a hospital bed or a detox center and just not remembering anything and just only caring about one thing, which was the drink. The alcohol was absolutely my best friend and my worst enemy. So I got to a point where I just had enough. And that feeling kind of scared me because I had never felt that way before. So I really had to dig deep in evolutions to try and find my identity, find out who I am, and figure out what I could possibly do to achieve sobriety. I didn't really know how to do it. So with the staff, I remember with my therapist just discussing past traumas that had happened to me when I was a child and the reasoning behind the way I think. And I was able to really process a lot of my traumas and understand why I drink. And I always blamed alcohol, like, oh, it's the alcohol, it's the alcohol. No, I realized that it's me. I am the issue. Um, and alcohol was just my solution. And I was able to learn all of that here at Evolutions. My experience at Evolutions was amazing. The staff is just incredible. It's crazy that like they actually care. Every single one that I've met actually cares, and I'm not just saying that, but like it's crazy. I remember one of my last days at residential. I just broke down in tears because I I couldn't thank them enough. Evolutions, I say, is full of lifesavers because they are saving people's lives every single day. They save people's lives, and it truly brings me to tears to find a community of people that just are so accepting and loving and understand you. It's just, it blows my mind, and I never thought that I could be here in this moment and tell you that I'm excited to be sober and I see the light at the end of the tunnel and it is possible.